Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Michael here, and today I am going to show you how to build the overlay system for the special Blissful Misery overlay pack that I've done for my asset packs for content creators. And if you purchase this, you will get, I believe it's a 4 different files, but there's actually 9 files in all. It's just 4 different pieces. And so what you want to do is you want to start a new scene and name it overlay or something. At that point, what you want to do is go in. Now I have this so you can see what it would look like. So it would just be a black screen otherwise. But what you want to do is go ahead and just on the bottom, you want to add a new image, and we're going to call this, I'm just going to call it OVL-top. Now the reason we're going to put the top in there is, first, is that it actually is it is meant to go under, so I'm going to layer these up a specific way. I'm going to hit unload image when not showing, and I'm going to hit browse. And now the top, you have them here, BM top ghost. You have the choice between 100% opacity and 40%. Just to let you see, this is the 40% and this is the 100%. We're going to go ahead and add that in. And the first thing I'm going to do is come over here, and I am going to right click on this and go to edit transform. Now I know that this is going to be 1920, and this is going to be 92. So I also make sure that these are set at 0, and I'm going to just hit close at that point. So the next thing that I want to add is going to be another image. I'm going to call it OVL NB. It is going to be my name badge. And I'm also going to hit unload image when not showing. Browse, and then I have to here, I'm going to use this one here. Now the name badges are NB BM flame back and NB BM matching. So the flame back here is the one I am going to show you how to do. We're going to just take it and put it in here. Alright, so include it with the instructions, or include it with the zip file. You're inside, you're going to have the readme overlay instructions, and if you scroll all the way down, you're going to see that the name badge at 1080 is 828 by 87. I'm going to pull that over here, and then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to right click on this and go to edit transform. And then what we want to do is just go in and take that number and put it right here. And that's 828 by 87. And now what I'm going to do is just hit close. I'm going to go ahead, right click on that again, transform and center to screen. And then, so that's the wrong one. I'm going to just take it and pull it back up top where it was, just so you can see. You can hit Control Z now and it will do it. I did hit the wrong one, and what I need it to do is center horizontally. There we go. So this does not show up all that great for some reason, like it was, and you can barely see the flames in it. I may update this pack later so that's more prominent there, but just to show you that there is a difference, you can see it here. But if I pull this one up, you can see it's not there, and it's clearly not visible in there at all now. So I'm going to go back in and change that a little bit probably in the future, just to update it. But the reason that it was so light is so that you can still see these flames through it. And now we're going to go ahead and add another image. This time we're going to call it OVL border. Again, unload image when not showing. And the border is going to be called border BM standard. And you want to just grab that in, hit Control F, or just go to transform, go to fit to screen, and it's going to fit it there for you nicely. So we've got these built up the way that we want them. And then we're going to go back in here right quick, and we are going to add one more. Now you do not have to add all of these if you don't want them. I just do want them. So another OVL. We're going to call this bottom, and the bottom files are BM Ghost or BM Bottom Ghost. So you have a 40% opacity, a 60% opacity, an 80%, and then 100%. So what you want to do is choose the one that you want to use and go ahead and pull it in there. And now we're going to take the transform for the top. We're going to go into that. So you can just hit Control E. We see it's 1920 by 92. And we're going to come up here. Again, just go in there. You can get to that by the menu, right clicking on it if you want to. 1920 by 92. This is the same thing, but it's just upside down. And we're going to do that. And if you look, you can see it kind of looks like teeth there, but that's not how you want it. So you just want to grab it and pull it down. And once it gets close, it will snap into place. So now you've got the overlay built. But what you want to do at this point is come back in here to top. If you've used the 100 instead of the 40, and you don't like how opaque it is, what you can do is come in here, right click, hit filters, hit add color key, and then pull these down, leave these alone. And what we're going to do is just grab that and put 4, and that's going to put it to 40. So you can see that there's not a lot there now. It is barely visible, but if something is behind it, you will be able to slightly see it. You can change this many different ways, and if you look here, you can just click that to get to it. And say you want it to be 60, so you could change it that way if you want. You can grab this and just slide it around as well, and you can see that a little bit better. But you want to do the same thing with any of them. So we're going to add a filter. You can also right click in here, just again color key, pull these all the way down, and then I'm going to take this and I want it about close to 60. So I'm just going to do this with the slider to show y'all how that's done. And there we go. So we have this now, and if you want to have this as a webcam border or something, you could just add your webcam in and then put it down below the oval top or the overlay top, and it would work. So it's that easy to import them into your scene. And what you would do is if you go into another scene now, just say that's how it's going to look. You can definitely see that that's up there now. But if you go in and all right, if you go in and you just say you have a game I've got a slideshow, so I'm going to add that, and it's just testing images. Testing images. I must have been very sleepy, y'all. But you can now come in here and say this is your game. You can come in here and just go to scene and pick your overlay, and it's now over your game. You can see how it looks across different games and stuff with this. Now, you may want to actually take your scene here and ever so slightly there we go. You have to I guess hold control, or I'm not sure. Okay, it's hold shift. So I'm going to just bring this down ever so slightly. And once I've got it there, I'm just going to grab it and sort of tell you what I'll do. I'm just going to hit transform and center to screen, which is Control D. And now it's a little bit in there. I can ever so slightly pull that out. If you go into your settings and turn off the snap, it would be easier to do. But there we go. That's a little bit better there. So you can adjust that way if you really need to. I just leave mine at full screen though. And then if you want to add a web camera, you technically, the way you would do it, so we've got the BM overlay. Just assume that we have BM overlay camera and that's what we're adding. And what you do, just add it, add existing. And now what we're going to do is just say this is the camera overlay. I'm actually going to pull this down to a different size, and now I can put it wherever I want it to be at. And as you can see here, it's on that area. So if I come in here and cut this on, you can definitely see that this is a different one now. And what that allows you to do is have your camera in here where you can move it around or stuff like that. It would fit nicely here or here or something like that. You do want to have your camera, you may want to have it up top, you may want to have it below. It's really up to you. But with just the overlay, then you can see it's there, and if I put it below, then it's actually going to, you can see it disappear behind the other one a little bit. So it's really up to you, but which ones you want to use. You would not want to use the nameplate on both of them, just know that. With the nameplates that you have here, I probably wouldn't use them that way. Just take those off. So just if this was for the webcam, it might look like this. You would just make a second scene and put these items in there and in your webcam below them, basically. And so there we go. We got it now to where it doesn't have the badge, but you can pretend the badge is up here. And you can cut on or turn off any of these, or don't even load them in if you don't want to. It's really up to you. But there we go. That is how to add these in to your scenes and get them to work. And I hope y'all enjoy. I'll see y'all next time.